ever since Raila Odinga left us, there's been a lot of debate around Babu Owino. Babu Owino is the kingpin. Babu Owino needs to take over. Babu Owino this. Babu Owino that. There's been a lot of conversation around Babu Owino. And that is what I want us to discuss today. Because personally, I feel Babu Owino cannot fill the shoe of Raila Odinga. Babu Owino will not be the kingpin of the Luos. And I'm going to explain why. I know previously I used to talk about Babu Owino a lot. But there are some things I've been saying because I keep on telling you that politics is very, very dynamic. But there's a reason why I'm saying Babu Owino is not going to fill the shoe of Raila Odinga. Babu Owino is not going to take the place of Raila Odinga now that the king has rested. So I'm going to give you reasons as to why. So before I go into the details, I know there's some of you who are watching me here for the first time. I'd like you to take a second to subscribe and to hit the notification bell so that anytime I post a video, you will always be the first to watch. So kindly do so, na kama kawaida, I will be back. Thank you for everyone who has subscribed. And for the return subscribers, I really, really appreciate you guys. So, we are talking about Babu Owino. And Babu Owino taking the space or the place of Raila Odinga in the Luo politics, in the Luo kingship politics. So, people are saying that, oh, there's a lot of debate, Babu Owino should take over, there's a lot of conversation. The people in ODM are really saying nasty things about Babu Owino, saying Siju is not a Luo, Siju is a son of an Indian, Siju anamuita Patel, and so many other things. Just those dirty politics that politicians play just to make sure that they put another person down. So, yes, is Babu a good leader? Yes, Babu is good. Babu is a good politician. Babu has really changed, and I know most of you people are really pointing fingers at how he shot at DJ Evolved na hizi stories zingine zote. Yes, Babu is a good leader. But now, when it comes to the kingship of Luo Nyanza, let us first dissect the man Raila Odinga. Raila Odinga, if you study his politics very keenly, Raila Odinga only got attention of the Luos after the death of his father. That was when he started now gaining this attention by attention of the Luos. Like previously, there were politicians that were much stronger than Raila Odinga in Nyanza. And another thing you have noticed with Raila Odinga never really placed himself at the Luo kingpin. Raila Odinga focused on fighting for the interest of every Kenyan outside there during his early days. And that is what Luos attracted Luos to him. That is what now made Luos start listening to him, because Raila Odinga really concentrated his politics in Nairobi. He really concentrated his politics his politics most. He concentrated in the national politics. He never went to local politics. Even when he used to go to Nyanza, alikuwa anaenda tu he endorses someone and then he leaves. But it was very hard to see Raila really spending weeks, months campaigning in Nyanza. You get? So, that ability of trying to show people that I'm one of your own, but I'm fighting for the bigger cause, is what made Luos love Raila Odinga. So, Babu Owino needs to start to look at Raila and Raila's style of politics. That was one of the things that made Raila Odinga be attracted, like Bila wakwe loved by not only Kenyans, but even other communities. Because Raila was loved by the Maasai. Raila was loved by so many communities in this country. Now, will Babu Owino be able to replicate that? I have seen Babu Owino, how he behaved during the Raila's funeral. And that is where I faulted Babu Owino. That is where I parted ways with Babu Owino in terms of really admiring him. Because I realized this was a man who was so much obsessed in replacing Raila Odinga. And that was wrong. Because Babu Owino wanted the funeral of Raila Odinga he wanted the attention to be on him. He wanted the spotlight to be on him. And that was a mistake. That was a funeral. For heaven's sake, that was a funeral. Tell me where Babu Owino keeps on saying that Raila ni baba yake politically. Tell me where, when Raila died, we saw Babu Owino sad. Send me even a single photo. Even Babu Owino like really crying for the way we saw like the likes of Akina Sifuna and all these other people. Nowhere. Babu Owino just focuses on getting that attention. You can see what he did when he got to Kasarani. He kept on lifting his hand and showing people, I'm here, I'm the green. There was some political message that Babu Owino wanted to send that was very, very unnecessary during when people were mourning Raila Odinga. Even when he went to Kisumu during the viewing of the board, you could see how he was living at the top of the vehicle and doing all. Tell me which politician did that. Babu Owino was looking for attention, and that is what will cost him. Because I wish Babu Owino could have mourned Raila the way all the other politicians did. And then this debate could have started later. But he started creating a conversation when he's telling people that he knows there are some people who are planning to attack him in Kisumu. Babu Owino comes from Kisumu, for heaven's sake. He was born and raised in Kisumu. How can people plan to attack you in your own place and then you go to social media and post? When you don't have networks, you must have networks in Kisumu. You must know which are these plans. You don't need to come to seek sympathy on social media. What you could have done, you could have just organized yourself. If you still wanted to go to Kisumu, organize your boys in Kisumu. Organize your security in Kisumu ikwe tight, such that if anyone is planning such a thing, wakifika huko wanapata this guy akona security. You don't need to come and tell people on social media so that you can get sympathy. That was wrong. And for me, I can say it for myself. Personally, I think I've parted ways with Babu Owino based on that ground. Because I felt, and if you listen to Babu Owino genuinely, for him, I don't see a leader. I see a person who is obsessed in taking over from Raila Odinga. I don't see a person who is really offering serious alternative when it comes to Nyanza politics. That was wrong. So, Babu Owino is a good politician. But he has kujazwa maneno, like he has been told that he's supposed to replace Raila so much until it has imemwingia akili, until he's losing that traction, especially in Luo Nyanza. He's losing that traction. And I want to tell you that kingship are not transferred the way you think like that. No. For you to be in a position where Raila was, you must earn that position. It is not given. It is not given. No Luo will just wake up in the morning and go to the ballot and keep on saying that now Raila has gone, now we have Babu. Very few will do that. It is not given. The Luo kingship is never given. You fight for it. Jaramogi died. When Jaramogi died, people did not appoint Jaramogi to be the Luo kingpin. We had Tom Mboya. No Luo community ever sat down and said that Tom Mboya is going to be our spokesman. And you remember that time they had this back and forth with Jaramogi. But Jaramogi never responded to Tom Mboya. Then later, when Jaramogi died, no one came and now said that, Sasa, we as the Luo community we have decided is Raila Odinga. Raila Odinga had to fight for his place. Because remember, we had people like Akina Professor Nyang' Nyong'o there. We had people like Akina James Orengo who were also very influential politicians back then. So, you had to fight for that position. It was never a guarantee. It was never a guarantee. So, Babu Owino should know that for you to win the heart of Luos, it's just not going to take Tialala and Tibim and so many shenanigans and telling people how many degrees you have. It is going to take more than that. It is going to take more than Tialala and Tibim and Sijui, I have 10 degrees, Sijui, I'm so much educated, my brain is Sijui, all those shenanigans. It's going to take more than that. We have to see the philanthropic side of you. We have to see the heart of Raila in you. Raila used to be someone who is very forgiving. And that is what made a lot of people love Raila Odinga. That you could hurt Raila Odinga and immediately could forgive you. That you could rig Raila Odinga out and later would go down and shake the hands of the people that offended him. Is Babu Owino forgiving? Tell us where Babu Owino has forgiven anyone. And that's why I'm saying the heart of Raila Odinga, the person of Raila Odinga, can never be replicated in anybody. Not in this set of politicians. Maybe in the future. Because the things that for Babu Owino to be like Raila Odinga, the comparison, how what Babu Owino needs to go through for him to be treated, for him to be seen as Raila Odinga, then it's a lot. Raila Odinga went to the prison for 9 years. Babu Owino attended prison gani 9 years to do what? Because right now he has the things Raila Odinga has already fought for, he's already enjoying them. So where will he go to the prison? He'll attend a prison for what? For what again? So Babu Owino was a good politician to me, and if you can go to my previous videos, you can find I kept on praising Babu Owino. But after seeing how he handled this thing and how he has been able to sustain this conversation of him taking over, because I believe Babu Owino is behind some of these conversations. The guy Raila has not even been mourned properly. The guy is so much obsessed with being the kingpin of the Luos. And I'm telling you for a fact, that is what is going to cost Babu Owino. Because Babu Owino cannot bring Luos together. Number one thing, you must be able to have the ability of bringing Luos together. But Babu Owino is busy fighting Nyanza leaders. He's busy fighting Nyanza leaders. Raila never had that ability. Raila never did that. The number one thing that you must be seen as a Luo kingpin, you must have the ability of bringing Luos together. With your words, with your actions, with everything that you do. But right now, Babu is busy trying to prove that he's the kingpin and every other person should follow him. That is not going to happen. Luo community is going to be scattered. And I don't know why I'm even having this conversation. Raila was a Luo kingpin without ever mentioning that he was a Luo kingpin. Without ever proving anything. There are people you will never be like them. It doesn't matter how educated you are. It doesn't matter how many degrees you have. There are people in this world you will never be equal to them. It doesn't matter who you are. It doesn't matter where you go, north, south, you will never. Babu Owino, if he really wants to build his political career, which for me I feel like Babu Owino is going to lose, and is going to lose big time. Because now, there's this thing that amejiekea kwa akili yake that is popular. And that thing is going to cost him. Because when it comes to now, the real numbers and everything, when it comes to now, people now voting, that is going to cost Babu Owino. Because Babu Owino is placing himself as, yeye ndio kusema. Which is something that is very wrong. Never underestimate your opponents. So, I don't know how this thing will be played out, but for me, I feel like don't compare Babu Owino with Raila Odinga. And based on Babu Owino's recent actions, my conclusion is Babu Owino will not be the kingpin of the Luos. The kingpin of the Luos is unknown na atajitokeza somewhere huko mbele. Right now, we cannot say that Babu Owino is going to be the kingpin of the Luos. That is not going to happen. He will not be. So take it from me. Anyway, guys, tell me what you think in the comment section. But above it all, remain respectful.
The African